Hello, everybody. We are live, Richard and I. Richard from the D in downtown Las Vegas, and he's even got personalized face masks. Look at this. How cool is this? So welcome along. It's absolutely crazy. So welcome along to the third in our trilogy of live Q&As. This one, now Vegas has finally reopened.
We got it.
So Richard, how has it been?
We got anybody in here with us, Matt?
How's it been in the first half hour, Richard?
Well, let me just show you something. And if you had any questions if we were back, I think Vegas is back.
Look at this. That's pretty phenomenal. That really is pretty phenomenal. Right off the bat there. Look at that.
Now, understand something. We have 3 people per table. So we are doing the social distancing. So it's all working. So we're okay. And everybody's enjoying themselves.
That's wonderful. Okay, so this takes us back to 12:01, Richard. So the doors opened. Was there a queue outside? What happened at 12:01?
So leading up to 12:01, we opened our hotel during the day, and what ended up happening, we let everybody check in during the day, but they couldn't check into the casino until 12:01 a.m. Nobody could play, nobody could go on slots, nobody could go on tables till 12:01. So what we did, we got permission to open up the bar at 6 o'clock. So at 6 o'clock, we gave free drinks to anybody that got a hotel room, and they hung around the bar.
Fantastic.
There was a few people here, a few staff members here with the owner, Derek, and all the officers of the company. And it looked good. It looked nice, but it wasn't busy. And Fremont Street wasn't that packed. And all of a sudden, 12 o'clock, Derek got up in a box where the dance and dealers are and had a countdown from 20 to 1, and you cut the ribbon. All of a sudden, I don't know in 20 seconds where all these people came from, but it was packed. 20 seconds later, he's counting down, we're cutting the ribbon, and people are rushing in the casino. So it was pretty crazy, and you see the result. The result is this.
That is very, I must admit, I didn't expect it to be that exciting. That's really impressive. That really is nuts. Completely.
So
we'll take a few questions from those in the...
It's nice to
We'll take a few questions from those in the chat.
It's nice to know, Matt, that everybody was wondering if the demand was back in Vegas. I'll tell you what, hotels are opening more rooms. They're opening more hotels that thought they weren't going to be able to open because the demand is here, and it's incredible to see.
No, it's heartwarming to see. It really is, and I know there's been from my interaction with people on social media, there's been people have been longing to get back and have really missed it. And the 2 videos you posted last week with the strip and downtown, obviously on the street being deserted. It saddens a lot of people to see their favourite city like that. So to see it back and hopping so soon, so quickly within half an hour is amazing to me. Absolutely amazing. So.
We went from those 2 empty videos. Those 2 empty videos of Las Vegas and the one on Fremont Street back to this. And I knew it would happen, and it's incredible. So I wanted everybody to experience this that couldn't be here right now. I wanted to experience this, to be able to be here like they were here with us, you know? So this is it. I know you're in the UK. You can't be here, but at least you're here in spirit like everybody else could be until you can get here.
Absolutely, and it's great to be a part of the reopening. It's wonderful stuff. It really is. Okay, so we'll take a questions from anybody who's got any early thoughts in terms of what's going on. And at this, how you doing, mate? He's asking, did the minimums on the tables go up to balance out less players, i.e. 3 per table?
You know what? Let's see. No, I still see $15 tables. Normally right. On something like a March Madness weekend or Super Bowl weekend, A lot of the minimums are $25, but in this case, no, they're $15. They wanted to get everybody in here. So they wanted to get everybody in here that could sit here and fill these tables, 3 to every table. So right now, you see these tables right now, $15. So it's awesome.
No, that really is fantastic stuff. So it's good to know. Has there been any hand paint wins yet on the slot that you know of?
Listen, I would go do a POV of a slot machine right now, but I don't know if I can get to one. It's that crazy. We have every other one turned off, so not everybody could play. Unless you're a family member, then we could get a hold of a slot attendant and they could turn on the one right beside it. It works that quickly and we can do that. Hey, look at this. Come here. Vital Vegas is in the house.
Hey, how you doing?
That's Matt Bridger in the UK. Scott Roman, Vital Vegas. Unmasked right here.
Across the pond. Awesome.
Well, Vital Vegas is the first news source you're ever going to hear from. He gets all the tips on everybody first before any big news source. So, of course, he's at the D at 12:01 when we open to get Derek Stevens. So there you go. Oh, now you put on your mask.
Well, yeah, it's, I'm at a distance. And it's a market.
You need to give him a D1, Richard.
I know, I can't.
He does.
I can't hear anything with
He needs a D mask. Yes, we have to get him a D mask.
He does.
Well, I want to make sure that Scott stopped by to say hi. Follow Scott on Vital Vegas on Twitter, YouTube, everywhere. This guy has all the news of Vegas. Especially, I get some of my news from him. So there you go.
Wow. Thank you. That was unsolicited. Here, let me,
you want to pay me?
Yeah, this is great. Great meeting you.
Hey, it's good to meet you, man. Okay, question from Aussie Alba. Are all of the D employees back, or was it being done in stages?
Aussie Alba, I know that name. No, everybody came back. We came full blown. You see the casino. Listen, if we came back half staffed, we wouldn't have been able to meet the demand. So no, everybody came in to work. We have all our tables going. You could see this. You know, this is crazy. And all our staff is back. All the dancing dealers, every table's full with dealers. We don't have one table empty with dealers, and we don't have one table empty with customers, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, absolutely. That's wonderful. Superb. And moving on from that, Vegas Best Ideas. Hi, guys. What is the approximate hotel vacancy percent?
So,
how's it going for the hotel?
So we got to do 50% is what we were looking at, and we are at 50% right now. It's crazy. We booked a lot of rooms just in the same day today, so that was awesome. But you know, we didn't expect to open the whole hotel, and a lot of people didn't. But you know, as the demand comes in, we're gonna have to start releasing floors and rooms, and it's great. We have probably over 300 people that came into the hotel today before the casino opened, which is awesome.
No, that is fantastic. And someone you might know, Ashlyn Wilk. How's work, Dad?
Oh, that's my daughter. She popped on. Hey, shouldn't you be at bed or watching a movie somewhere? Love you, Ash.
Okay, and Martin Grenfell asks, are the dealers not wearing masks? What is the protocol with regards to masks and staff?
No, all the dealers are wearing masks or face masks. The girl behind me, you see, she's wearing a face mask. And then all the rest of the girls, even the girls dancing are wearing masks. I don't know if you can see it, how they're changing right now, but no, they all have masks on. Everybody that works in this company, if they deal with the public, is wearing a mask. That's part of the social distancing that we're doing.
And that's excellent. And that's compulsory. Yeah.
Still crazy.
And a question from Christopher Melling. Are big fights, i.e. boxing, UFC, etc., going to be back in Vegas this year, do you think, Richard?
Well, look at Dana White just threw UFC at the Apex Center, which is right beside the UFC, another building they own called the Apex Center. they just threw a big UFC fight there over the weekend. And they're continuing to do that until they can have their crowds back. And you know what? I'm sure millions. I didn't get the record numbers that watched because I'm sure they did. But they're breaking records like crazy on pay-per-view. You know, ESPN and everywhere that's shown, it's got to be breaking records. Because if they don't have fans, where else are all those fans going to go? They're going to watch it on TV. They're betting in the sports books. So, yeah, Dana wants to get back to the fans and pack the places again. But he's abiding by all of this social distancing. He's taken I think last weekend he took a total of 4 tests to make sure he wasn't positive in COVID. I mean, he's a trooper. And UFC can't wait to do it. But you know what? All these fighters are coming back to fight in front of no crowds, but they're doing it in front of the TV crowd. And the fact that they want to get back and entertain their fans is so cool. It's awesome. So we can't wait for them to be back.
No, totally. That's good to hear. And a message from Phil G. In terms of cocktail service, how is that working? It's obviously something close to everyone's heart. Are you still able to get free drinks in Vegas, Richard?
Yes, Phil. Did you want me to order you a drink? Because I could order you a drink if you like. All the cocktail waitresses they're all around. We don't have any of that automated shit. Crap. We don't have automated crap. We do the personalized service here. We have the Flair bartenders where you can probably see in my background over there. So over there by the long bar, we have our Flair bartenders, and we still have cocktail waitresses, and they're in full force tonight, doing it all here. So, Phil, get down here when you get to Vegas. I'll get you a drink, nice and cold from the bar.
A question from Dana Dyler. Is Andy Armo's open, Richard, straight away?
Dana, absolutely. We opened Andiamo at 5 o'clock tonight. How are we going to keep the best Italian steakhouse in Las Vegas closed for this long? We had to open as soon as we were allowed to. And we did social distancing in there. All of the different tables, they were distanced. All the booths were open. But, yeah, it's open. So when you come to Vegas, be in there. I'll probably be in there with a celebrity or two. Come over and say hi.
Great. And a question from Ross Eels. Last question on masks, hopefully. Do customers have to wear them, or is it totally optional?
Yeah, masks for customers are totally optional. It's up to them. We have thermal temperature scanners at every doorway. So when you come in, it's like a metal detector. You walk through, you put your wrist up, and you get your temperature taken. If it's high, we put you in a secondary area for 10 minutes so you can cool down, and then we take it again. And once you're normal, you come into the casino. So we have all those precautions. And masks, we offer a mask for people when they come in if they want it. If they don't, that's up to them. But all employees are definitely wearing masks.
That sounds like a good system to me. And from Mary Brassfield, these visits to the summer, or is it just the reopening surge, in your opinion? I know what you're going to say, but what's the projections?
I really think that the demand is there no matter what. I don't think it's going to die down. I think the fact that we're doing this surge right now, that everybody was cooped up, but I think everybody misses Vegas. And think about it. How many of you can't be here right now, right? You can't be here. When are you going to come? And when you come, how many people are like you that want to come to Vegas and can't make it right now, but are going to come in a month from now or 3 weeks? I know a lot of people that are watching this have sent me messages that they're coming in a couple of weeks. I know a couple of people are coming over this weekend to come over. I think Cinnamon follows me. Here, Phil.
Yeah, she's coming.
You want to order a drink? There's our cocktail waitress. So
I'll have a Budweiser, please.
Yeah, we'll get a Bud. It's a long way to send it. Might be warm by the time I send it. But anyway, think about that. Everybody that can't be to Vegas tonight for the surge of the reopening, they're going to come at one point in time, right? And think about the millions of people that visit us. 44 million people a year. they all got to come at different times. We can't handle 44 million people at once.
Yeah.
So that's a great answer, a great question. And the answer is, I think it's just going to carry on. I think we're going to be even stronger than ever. And I think the fall, when we have a lot of conventions, all the conventions that had to cancel in the spring right now are trying to book for the fall. But all those conventions are already still booked. So I think we're going to have a huge craziness in the fall as well.
Excellent. And from Matthew Kissel, what is Fremont looking like? Are you able to show us a bit of Fremont outside by any chance, or is the?
Yeah, you know what I'll do near the end of this, Matt? I'll take you out into the VIP box again, and we'll see what it's like out there. It was kind of light, very light earlier. Everybody trying to get into the casinos, and now once the casinos open, I'm sure a lot of that came out. Tonight, Fremont Street was 21 and older, just to make sure, you know, we didn't have any issues or problems. And it's safe out there the way they did it, so it's awesome. But I'll show you that before we get off of this. We'll go take a look. I just didn't want to lose you guys on the stream.
Oh, perfect. Okay, question from Stephen Irvin. Have you had any problems since reopening or in the build-up even that you didn't think would be a problem? Any unexpected snags along the way?
Well, I'm going to tell you this. Nothing on our end in the way of the casino, but of Las Vegas, with all the protesters, I don't know what you guys see all over the world, but all this protesting that's going on and rioting and looting, it's happening in a lot of different states. But there's a lot of good protesters out there too. But we had some things happen here for the last couple of days. So a few people were probably nervous about coming in. But you know what? It's really died down totally. And we haven't seen any of that downtown tonight. And there was some peaceful protesting maybe a few blocks away. But that's it. So it's safe. Vegas is safe. It's fine. Come to Vegas. You're perfectly fine. And our police are on guard. They're awesome. Even after one of their own got shot the other night, I hear he's doing they got all the bullet out of his head and he is recovering. So it's a miracle. So we're praying for Shay, the officer that got shot. But I think everybody's realizing it's gone too far, and now Vegas has got to get back to normal.
Yeah, completely. And actually, I saw on Twitter earlier that there were metal detectors at the end of Fremont.
Yeah, so those are metal detectors.
Just to make sure everything's safe for people coming. Yeah. Yes.
Those are metal detectors, but they're also temperature.
That's what I saw. That's what I saw on Twitter. I don't know whether they are, but that's what they were saying. They look like them, but obviously it was just a photo.
Oh no, it gets everything. It sees everything on your body in the way of metal, and it also checks your temperature, which is pretty cool.
Right. Okay. Yeah. No, that is completely. Okay. Question from Katie Terry. How are your VIP bookings looking now you've reopened? Have you got any?
I'll tell you what happened. I'll tell you what happened. There was probably a handful of big players that wanted to be one of the first people to bet. You know, you have Derek and his wife sitting at the bar, and one of our biggest slot players and his wife always sit beside Derek and Nicole, and they wanted to be there tonight. Yeah. And they were sitting there earlier with the machines closed, which I'm shocked to see because they could never have a machine closed in front of them. They always got to be playing. And as soon as it was 12:01, they were our first slot players probably on the slot machines playing. So there are a lot of big players that want to come in and just get back to making that bet and supporting their favorite casinos. And I'm sure it's happening up and down the strip right now.
Okay, question from Triple Ripple. Hi, Richard and Matt. Wow, what a difference between your last live stream and this one. Absolutely. Chalk and cheese. Is Bar Canada named after you, Richard, since you're from Canada? I was going to ask you this, and I forgot, actually. So, yeah, interesting question.
It's funny. Darren Banks and myself, he's an ex-hockey player, ex-NHL player, best friends with Derek. He grew up in Windsor, Canada, Ontario. And I grew up, of course, in Guelph, Ontario, outside of Toronto. So for us, we're the only Canadians, and I believe maybe two other people that worked for Derek and the whole company. And when they did Bar Canada, I think we were the happiest out of everybody, and nobody could realize how happy we were. And then they realized we're Canadians, some of them that didn't know, so it's pretty funny. But the great thing about Bar Canada is that we get a lot of Canadians in here. And a lot of UK people are like, they're like brothers and sisters to the Canadians, so we're all like family. So Bar Canada, and you were there, Matt, on the first nights it was open, and you meet, who do you meet? You meet Rick Harrison from the Pawn Stars up there with me. It was awesome.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's great. Bar Canada, I'm very happy to have something from home here, and seeing that Canadian flag up there kind of warms my heart. So any Canadians and UK people coming in, we're going up there to have a drink.
Completely. It's a great bar, that. I can't wait to come back and... okay, next question from Las Vegas, UK. Steve, how quickly did you manage to get people in and through the temperature checks? Did it cause any sort of delay, or is it a seamless sort of thing? How long does it take per customer?
Listen, there was no issue because it's quick. You're walking through it, not like you do in the airport. You know, it's very quick because you just put your wrist up and read your temperature. You see it on top, next person, next person, next person. So like I said, 5 minutes before we opened, it looked like it was going to be okay. It looked like the crowd was around the bar, but they were distancing, you know. But as soon as Derek got up there, 20 seconds into it, these people came out of nowhere. So they had to be checking those temperatures pretty darn fast because the place got filled fast. And every table got filled, 3 people per table, 4 people per roulette table, you know. So it was crazy, though. So, yeah, they got in pretty quick, and it's not causing any lines. Now, there was a line at 11:55 to get into the casino, yes, because we weren't allowing the public in. Public couldn't come in until 12:01 a.m. The people that were in the casino already were people that got a hotel room today, Thursday, got in here early, so they deserve to get in. So that's what happened. Hey, Phil, there's another cocktail waitress right there, right here.
Okay, question from Mr. and Mrs. K. Hi, guys. Have some or any plans at Circa been amended due to coronavirus and the new social distancing measures that are necessary?
Aren't they a good-looking couple? You guys look great. That's a good picture. I like that. I have some plans at Circa built been amended due to certain. So here's the biggest thing, okay? So the measures of construction, yes, they had to do a lot of different things for social distancing when it came to for building, because they were allowed to stay open. So guys going up in the elevator, I think it was only 2 or 4 at one time that could go up instead of a packed elevator. So you can imagine getting how many of those workers up to the top of the building. So things had to work that way. But I think what it's caused is a big advantage to us, because what happened is I think some things worked out that we might be able to open a little earlier. Not sure how much earlier, but it's on time, and that's the biggest thing we can ask for. And if it opens a little bit earlier, even better. But right now, they're pumping away, and if you see it, I'll get some pictures, and I'll post it. Maybe I'll do a little video from the outside at least. But listen, I think their last 4 floors, say that 10 times fast, 4 floors of windows are going up. And then that's it. And then all the inside's done. I walked it a couple weeks ago, got some great video. I can't release it yet, but when I can, you guys will be the first to see it. But I'm going to tell you this. I have worked a lot of places in this town for the last 25 years. Some of the best pools, some of the best casinos and hotels. And I'm going to tell you this. When Derek told me he's going to have the best pool, I went, yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be good, but yeah. But let me tell you something. I walked out. And this is going to be probably the best pool in North America. No joke. You can hold me to that. And I know pools because I helped market rehab and start rehab with Chad Palace and the boys at Hard Rock. So I know a pool. This pool is going to be sick. And a 150-foot screen that you're going to be able to watch out there. Some of the biggest sporting events. The cabanas are sick. The pools around the cabanas are sick. And enough sitting area for everybody. And the bars are in the shade. And the way they're keeping beer cold, it's going to be unbelievable. I'm telling you right now, hold me to it. Come and see me. And you can say, Rich, you were right. This place is incredible. And did I talk about the sports book? Sports book is the biggest in the world. And it's going to be sick too. And then I'm going to introduce you to Barry's Downtown Prime, which will be down in the basement. You go down an escalator and you come up another escalator. And this is Chef Barry from the old 9 Steakhouse at the Palms, and then moved into Scotch at the Palms, and now he's with us. And this restaurant's going to have a chef's table in the kitchen. I don't even know if I'm supposed to say this, but I'm going to tell you anyways. You're hearing it here. He's going to have a chef's table in the kitchen, private rooms. I mean, it's going to be incredible. So when I have all the Vegas Golden Knights come in, all our hockey team, when I take care of them in the restaurant, I can put them in a private room, so they can enjoy it, without getting bothered. Things like that. When some of the biggest celebrities come in, they're going to be able to go back there. You're going to be able to book certain tables that you want to. But now you know me, so you got a good connection there now. So.
Indeed, I cannot wait. Actually, I saw there was an interview with on Twitter with your boss. He was saying everything was on time and was talking very positively about everything opening as it should do. So fingers crossed that carries on.
That's my COO there. He's too camera shy to come in.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Sorry, so were the slot machines on? And
the slot machines.
So here's something interesting. So it's pretty funny. Yes, everything was roped off. Everything was roped off. Nothing casino-wise could open until 12:01 a.m. And it's strict. 12:01 a.m. was part of the law. So we abided by it. And what we did, let me show you what we did. Kelly, will you hold that up? Come here, hold that up. Our social media manager, can you read that? I was here.
Yes.
So that's what was surrounding all the casino floor here at the D Las Vegas. So that was blocking off everything. And we had probably 10 people with scissors ready to cut at 12:01 a.m. and they cut it open. Now, Nick, for everybody that loves slots, here's something interesting. The last couple days before opening, we had all our slot attendants and slot techs playing machines, putting the tickets in, playing them, making sure they're working, making everything properly, make sure they're functioning properly and paying out properly. So it was pretty interesting to see them doing all that. So they had to go around to 1,000 machines to make sure they were working. So we had no issues at 12:01. And so far, no issues at all. And we have every slot attendant working right now.
Fantastic. That's good stuff. And actually, another question from temperature test yet. Has anybody failed it, or is everybody in and enjoying themselves that you're aware of?
Not that I'm aware of, that nobody failed it. I mean, when it's 110 degrees here, it's hard. You're walking on the street for probably a half an hour, and you're walking in that temperature. So your temperature may be up a little bit. But like I said, if they do fail it, we put them in a holding room for 10 minutes. And if it comes down, we let them back out. Because it's kind of hard when you're in the Las Vegas desert to not be hot. So we're fine. Everything's good. Everything's fine right now, so it's awesome.
Excellent. Okay, question from Tony C. With table games like blackjack, so no back betting by others, I think many players would like the comfort at the table. I don't really understand that question, but I'm not a blackjack player.
Oh no! We don't have any back betting. No, no, you don't see that in Vegas. You see that in Macau. Yeah, you see it in other places that are packed. And yeah, they come. I think you mean, Tony, when they reach over and they bet more than you and they get to call the hand. I've seen that because they did it in Windsor Casino when it first opened.
Okay.
So I've seen that.
What's your mascot?
So my CEO telling me to put my mask on, so I'm gonna put it up here. So I'm right here. So. But,
yeah, no worries.
So just so you know, that's what's going on. So here, there's no back betting.
Okay, another question. I've never been to the detail now. The girls are dancing all day, question mark, or are they dancing just a couple of hours like in Planet Hollywood? It's from Andre Losep.
So they start dancing. They're called dancing dealers. They start dancing at 6 o'clock. They come in at shifts 6, 7, and 8 o'clock, and they go till 3 and 4. And then after that, we call them our black and white dealers because they wear white tops and black pants. So they come in from 4 o'clock in the morning and they work till 6 at night in different shifts. So that's what we end up doing.
Excellent. I know the answer to this one, but is Sigma Derby open today?
Yes, of course, Sigma Derby is open. And I will take you for a walk up there. We'll go see it. And I'm telling you, it is crazy. I'm sure it's got to be social distancing because everybody loves playing those horses. But we'll go take a look at it before we end this.
Excellent. Okay, question from my mate Ben Heath. How you doing, Ben? How are the restaurants dealing with menus to minimise human touching? I've seen this discussed on other sort of forums, etc. Are they being wiped down or?
Well, you'll be glad to know this. So our menus in Andiamo are laminated. And even before all this started, they get wiped down every time they're done with a customer. They get wiped down and put away. So every time. We've done that before we even started this COVID stuff. So yes, everything gets wiped down. The D-Grill's not open right now. So we don't worry about that right now, the coffee shop. But American Coney Island and McDonald's are open. But there's social distancing in there and there's no menus. They just have to read them. So.
Great. From Lady T94577, do you have paramedics on site to transport people if necessary?
Yes. So paramedics on site. Yes, we have a lot of our security staff is trained, and a lot of them are EMT trained. And then we always have EMT. We always have police around the area. But being on Fremont Street, we're close by anyway. So if we ever had a problem, our security can handle it. And then handle it until the EMT get here, or paramedics get here, or fire department. But yeah, we're always good to go that way.
Perfect. Okay, another question from Gord Triple Ripple. Richard, is smoking allowed at the D currently, or is it restricted during the opening days or weeks? This has been discussed quite a lot on other forums, but what's the D's pod?
Well, right now, listen. This is a casino. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you my opinion on it. We're smoking. It's a casino. There's smoking. There's people that smoke and not smoke. I don't smoke, so I'm not a big fan of smoking. But listen, people come from all around the world. They spend a lot of money to come here. They can't smoke where they are sometimes. You can't smoke in restaurants here. That's a given. You shouldn't be able to anyways. But on a casino floor, when you're gambling your money, there's a lot of casinos now that have made the decision to go non-smoking. Mark my words, they changed that within a short period of time. Because once they see people not coming to their properties and going other places they can smoke, it'll be a big deal.
Yeah, completely. Okay, question from Stock Cars. Hi, Stock Cars. If you want your slot machine sanitized, can you ask for it on the spot? And how can I meet you and Matt in Vegas?
Yes. So we have clean teams everywhere. When somebody gets up from a slot machine, somebody's in that area wiping it down. And if you want it wiped down even a second time once you're sitting there and you just feel like getting wiped down, you can ask for it. We have people that you could just wave over and they'll come right over. Slot people are in every section. There is a cleaning person or two per section that are there cleaning all the time. And we have some pictures that we took. We'll put out on the D social media. You'll be able to see. But yeah, we have clean teams everywhere. But you know what? We were already clean. The D Las Vegas, even on TripAdvisor, people would talk about how clean our restaurants were. Have you ever seen a review where a casino got 5 stars for a clean restroom? Are you kidding me? A public restroom? So that tells you a lot about our property. And our property was already clean before this started. We're only going to be that much more cleaner. And you can meet Matt and I.
That's good to hear. Very good.
He's going to have to let you know ahead of time before he's coming. But you can always meet me at the D Las Vegas and say hi. And maybe you'll see Matt there with me.
Indeed. Okay, Richard, loves the Stuart Wilson loves the D branding on the mask. Can they be ordered online, or are they in the hotel shop?
You know what? I think we do have them in the shop. I think we do have them in our convenience store up here, our gift shop. But I think, that's a good idea to put it online, but I don't think we're set up for online. But I'll look into that. That's a good idea, Stuart. And it's probably a good souvenir, too.
It is, absolutely. Okay, from Nathan Dillon. Hi, Nathan. Is the D bar open outside for takeaway drinks?
Yes, it is, and it's been open since 6 o'clock. So the D bar outside is open, and the Golden Gates, one bar is open up there as well. So both bars outside are fully functional, and they've been doing that since 6 o'clock.
Great. And a message from Kim. Hi, Kim. How you doing? This is Kim who asked Louis the question at the book launch, Richard. How are you dealing with chips and sanitizing on table games?
I remember Kim. Kim is the reason why you and I got so close as friends. So thank you, Kim.
Indeed.
So chip sanitizers. So we did a huge wash and clean of them before we opened tonight. And then we are wiping them down. I think they get wiped down every once or twice a week, I believe. They're getting wiped down. So that's something is unheard of. But think about it. Those tend to be stuff that you definitely want to sanitize. Absolutely. But remember this. You can't sanitize money. Money you can't sanitize. So wash your hands. That's the best thing you can do, and carry hand sanitizer. Because even when you touch money, you can never sanitize money, and they work their way around the world in people's hands. So just always wash your hands.
Yeah. And I guess you've got those hand sanitizing stations. I've seen some of those. I know MGM had some. Have you got any of those around the casino? Or does everyone have to go to the restrooms, or how does it work?
So here's a great thing. We have them all around the casino everywhere. You can just slip your hand and get it anytime you want. But what's even better is when you play at a table, you can ask the dealer, and she goes and pulls it out from underneath the table, and she gets you a couple squirts on your hand, and you got hand sanitizer at the table per your request. I mean, you can't get better than that. And all the slot attendants have hand sanitizer as well.
Absolutely not.
They have hand sanitizers at the slot machines too. You just got to ask, and they'll bring it over to you as well.
Sounds fantastic. Okay, Alistair Kendall, what will happen to all the buffets in Vegas given they aren't open? Do you think they'll change them into something else, or do you think it's a temporary measure until they're able to open and they'll just stand?
So that's a great question. That's a great question. I think we got this last time too, Matt, but all the buffets seem to be going away because of the fact that, I don't know if you've seen those things on YouTube or on Twitter where people are going into the soup and trying it and putting the soup spoon back in. It's sick. So buffets, they're not going to take the chance. And I don't see them taking a chance. Now, maybe private buffets will. I don't know. But I've heard something and I've seen something that somebody's coming up with something new in a way to still have a buffet-style dinner without touching the food. So that's going to be interesting how they do it. But leave it to Las Vegas to figure it out, because I'm sure they will.
Yeah. Okay, question from Anastas again. Is Circa going to have a showroom? Downtown desperately needs a quality show-like entertainment. Obviously, with the D having converted their showroom into Bar Canada, is Circa going to have one? Is there going to be a show there, a headline show?
So unfortunately, nothing in the first phase when we open up will be a showroom. I'm going to tell you this. The whole place is going to be a showroom. You're going to people watch. You're going to be able to sit in lounges and people watch. You're going to be able to go outside right between. So think about this. Right between the Circa, which is one of our other properties, right across from Circa and the Golden Gate. Sorry. The Golden Gate, one of our other properties, our sister property, is right across the Fremont with it. So that whole corner with the stage right there is going to be a party. It's going to be a show in itself. We've had Steve Aoki in my last video. You saw Steve Aoki. That's where he was on that Main Street stage right there. So that stage is going to become very prominent in downtown. And guess what? Our two casinos are on both sides of it. So that is going to be a party place to be. It was always in front of the D on 3rd Street stage. So now we got two. 3rd Street stage and Main Street stage. And it'll be crazy. That'll be our showroom for now. out on Fremont.
Yeah, sounds good. Okay, 30-something Ryan. So when you opened at 12:01, did more people head to the slots or the table games first?
You know, everybody wanted to be the first to gamble. So they went to the first slot machine, the first table. People ran through the casino. I saw people running to tables. I had to run to get one of the hosts to get his guy to be the first guy to bet in high limit as the first bet because he was the last bet before we closed. So I had to run him through, I had to cut the table right by him and run him through. So you always have more slot players usually than table players. So they're always going to go to the first slot machine just to get a couple dollars in. And it's going to be very interesting to see how the machines haven't been played for so long, how they're going to pay off. It's going to be interesting, and I'll find out. We'll figure that out, and I'll let everybody know.
It will be interesting. That you're right. A question from Sarah Powell. Hi, Sarah. How do we now tip the waitresses for drinks? Are they allowed to take cash, or will it now have to be chips, given the sanitizing issue?
No, that is a very good point. That is a great question. You know, I don't know. I mean, a lot of people tip with chips anyways. When they're at a table, they don't tip in cash. They rarely tip in cash. So I'm not sure about that, but you know, I'll keep my eyes open. But I rarely see cash come out of anybody's pockets because if they have a $5 chip, they cash it in for $1 chips. And those $1 chips they give the waitress, so they give them $5 for $25 chips. So no, when you're in a casino atmosphere, it's usually chips. At the slot machines, good question. I'm sure it's cash because we don't have any coins. But I'm going to go take a look after we're done. I'll take a look and I'll answer that in the comments if you like.
And I think it's really important that everybody supports the cocktail waitresses and the staff in all these casinos that are opening up because they've been through a tough time over the last sort of 10 weeks or whatever, and they deserve every gambler's support throughout this whole thing. So I'm sure Richard will agree with me on that one.
Listen, everybody's been off for a couple months. So anytime you get to Vegas and you can tip people, do it. And that's a secret anyways. That's going to be one of my tips when I start giving you some tips of Las Vegas. One of my biggest tips, no pun intended, is tipping. When you tip people in Las Vegas, they go above and beyond to help you. And then they remember you. And when you need something extra or you need something to know something, they go out of their way to find that out for you. Or they connect you with the right person. Tipping in Vegas is a smart thing to do. And you watch for an upcoming video that I'm going to do about the secrets of tipping and how to do it and what it gets you because of it.
Very interesting video. We're obviously getting a lot of questions about sanitizing and what have you. So how often, from Lien, how often do the staff clean the inside of the restrooms?
All right, so in this property and in Derek's properties, there is always attendants inside the restrooms. They are always there. There's an attendant in a female and in a male in all our public restrooms. So it is cleaned immediately. Everything's wiped down. Sometimes they're even handing you tissue towels to dry yourself, dry your hands, you know? So there is always somebody in there every shift, all the time.
Excellent. Okay, and from stock cars again, are valets still up and running?
No, so that's part of the social distancing. That's something that we're not doing right now is valet. We have self-parking, but valet we're not doing right now because of the fact you have to get into somebody else's car. So right now, people can pull up, they can get in and out, but we're not parking anybody. We have our self-parking they can park in. And if you stay with us, then we give you free parking, or if you gamble with us, we give you 4 hours free. So things like that, we work it out, but valet, not right now.
Okay, great. Okay, quick question from Phil. Was that a pint of Stella he saw? No, this is purely squash. So no alcohol for me at 9:20. I'm not in Vegas, so no alcohol, no. Okay, question from...
Wait a minute. But it's like you were in Vegas. You're drinking at 9 a.m. because you're in Vegas with me. So if you're in Vegas with me, it's like you're in Vegas.
It's definitely squash. Definitely squash.
All right, so I want to introduce you to Antoine, okay? This guy has the opportunity, he still has the opportunity, right? To be on the USA bobsled team. He is one of the contenders to be on that team. Unbelievable
Fantastic.
athlete. He became a casino host with us, and we're very lucky to have him. He finished school and he came out, and we hired him. He's never been a host before, but he's in good hands. We're teaching him how to be the best host possible, and he's got that opportunity to be with the U.S. Olympic team for bobsledding. What was that movie from Jamaica?
Amazing.
Cool Running. I love it because he reminds me of that. This guy is fast. He's got thighs on him. This guy can run. So we're really hoping that he becomes our first Olympian that works for us and goes and makes the USA proud. Even though I'm Canadian, still makes me proud. There we go. So if you're down by the D, stop in, say hi to Antoine.
Good luck, mate. Good luck.
He's a casino host. He says good luck. He's in the UK right now.
Thank you so much. Good to see you.
And you. Okay, message from Mel. Hi, Mel. I met Mel last time. What about music concerts at T-Mobile and the Park Theatre? Do you think they'll be up and running sooner rather than later, or is that going to be a while?
You know, I think it's really up to our governor. Really how this pandemic goes. I don't understand how things are going to happen moving forward. Before I kind of understood, maybe in a couple months, but now with all this protesting across the country, they're not social distancing. So I don't know how that works. All the numbers of COVID have been going down. Everything's going down. So hospitals are empty. People are just normally sick now of other things and getting treated. But I don't know how that's going to work. And there's thousands and tens of thousands of people, more than would be at a concert. So I don't know what they're going to do. I think we'll know more in a month. We have an event center across the street that Derek owns that holds up to 15,000 people and holds some of the biggest concerts, downtown Las Vegas Event Center it's called. We can't have any concerts right now, and we're missing out on that. So we really hope they get back. We hear about the hockey team probably coming back, but we don't know what's going on. So we'll see. We'll keep you posted. As soon as I know something, you'll know.
Excellent. A question from Alistair Kendall again. How have you and your family been during the pandemic? Pretty good. And he's loving your new channel as well. So how have you been coping as a family unit?
First of all, thank you for loving my channel. It's all because of Matt and Hagen 2 Cent. You guys, they started me on this thing. I started on that little documentary, Gambling in Las Vegas. They told me I should get on YouTube, and I'm on it. So thanks for being supportive. All of you that watch it, I appreciate it. I'm an amateur, but I'm learning. But so, Alistair, my family, you know, I'm blessed. I have a great, unbelievable family, great kids. They're unbelievable. I don't know how much my wife loved me being home, but my kids love the fact that I was home. They never get to see me that much. Usually I see them before they went to school, and I'd be home when they're going into bed, and I might be able to say goodnight to them. But one thing I have done with them all the time, since they could talk, was that no matter where I was, they would call and say goodnight to me. And I love my kids for doing that, and we always do that. They have to say goodnight to their dad before they go to bed, whether I'm at work or wherever I am, another city or whatever I'm traveling. We always got to say goodnight to each other. So that's a big deal. But I got to spend a lot of time with my family. I came into work a couple times, 2-3 times a week still. It did work from here. But being able to spend time with my family was probably the good thing that came out of this. And keeping them healthy and safe during this time was very important to me. And our owner understands that. And that's what I love working for Derek, because he's a family man. So anything to do with family, he's all about it. So great question. Thank you for asking that. A lot of people don't think about asking personal about family, but I don't mind at all.
Great, well done, Alistair. A question from Ryan Moon. So in terms of what's going on with the Uber stroke Lyft situation, I guess that means, are they running as normal? They certainly are in London, because I've just come off a 5-hour shift. But so are they the same in Vegas?
Yeah, I believe they're still running. They gotta be. How are anybody getting around? You know, I think the taxis are still running. So
Yeah.
that's a good question. But I know we have rideshare still, so it's gotta. I can't see them closing down. And it's a good question. I'm gonna go take a look after this. But Ryan, you stumped me there. But I would imagine it's fine because it was running before the casinos opened. I mean, you could still get Uber to get yourself around and Lyft. So, yeah, it's got to be running right now. I would say it'd be crazy if it wasn't.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, question: are the bands back on Fremont, or are they holding off due to social distancing in front of stages?
No, they're not back on Fremont right now because of social distancing, yes. But that's just right now. We don't know what the next week or so is. We don't know what's going to happen, but we'll watch and we'll see. But from there, we'll just watch day by day and see how it goes. I'm going to take you guys for a walk out to Fremont and hopefully see that. We'll try to go out there and hopefully I don't lose you. But we'll go up just before we leave and I'll show you Fremont and people out there.
Great. This is a great question from Gord. Did Derek give a pep talk to the staff before you opened today? And if so, can you share what he said? He seems quite an inspirational leader to me, Richard.
So the great thing about Derek, this is what Derek did. He didn't only give a pep talk to all his managers and all his directors and operations staff. This is what Derek did. Him and certain officers with certain teams and certain departments, even when we were off, would get on a Zoom call with anybody that wanted to get on from certain departments at a certain time and check with everybody and talk to everybody, make sure everybody's okay. And that was the best thing about it. That's what makes him the best owner, because he cares about the people he works with. The fact that he got on with everybody to make sure they were okay shows that he cares, and he really does. And he did that during the time. And listen, these people, some of these staff members were on furlough. They weren't getting paid, and they still got on with their owner to talk to him and tell them how their family's doing and how their kids are doing. That's the way it is in this. It's like a big family. So when you get here, you can be assured you're going to be taken care of because everybody's like a big family here. At the D Las Vegas, at the Golden Gate, and Circa is going to be exactly the same way. So and the way he pep talked the crowd tonight for 20 seconds before it opened was pretty cool. So hopefully we'll see that video at one point in time too.
Excellent. Another question from Mark. No problem, Mark. At the D, what is the estimated level of play that would open up access to that fantastic stretch limo that I rode on the Saturday I came to see you, Richard?
We only have so many limos, so a lot of times we give priority to our gamblers, our players, because we don't rent those out. So a lot of times we give our players book them. So I would say, listen, if you're a black chip player, which means $100 chip player on a slot machine on a table, or you're a slot machine player that puts some hours in, you're bringing $2,500 to $5,000 for your trip to gamble with. That doesn't mean win or lose, okay? So that just means that we're gonna hold on one second. I gotta get this on for a minute. This is funny because I'm gonna take you guys for a walk. I'm gonna take you guys for a walk and show you the rest of the casino. So I gotta put this on. I was in a corner hiding, so I was okay, away from people. But so if you're bringing in $2,500 to $5,000 worth of a bankroll, let's say, you're going to qualify for pickup at the airport and drop back off after your trip. So we do that. A lot of the other casinos, it's a lot more than that. But like I said, just because you bring $5,000 with you doesn't mean you have to lose that $5,000 to get comped. You could sit there for hours and hours and build up that theoretical and all those comp dollars that we can comp you. But at the end of the trip, you could break totally even, and we still will comp you. And that's a beautiful thing about having a casino host, because they can judge you and do that for you. So you can hear me okay through this, Matt?
Yep. Okay, question from Gary Keith. Do you think Derek Stevens would join in with a live Q&A, maybe in the run-up to... Is that something he's interested in, or does he leave all that side of it to you?
Yes, we'll end up doing that at one point in time. Once we get back into the swing of things and things calm down a little bit, mind you, they never calm down around here, but once they calm down a little bit, we will definitely get him on a Q&A and get him talking and everything and see what we can do. But he's pretty cool that way. He'll do stuff like that. So we'll make that happen.
Fantastic. Okay, we're just coming up to the hour mark, Richard. Did you want to go and give us a tour of...
Yes, I'm going to take you...
Anything else you can show us from in there?
For a walk. Yeah, I'm going to take you for a walk. I'm all tangled up here for a minute. I'm going to take you for a walk out on Fremont, and we're going to see, and hopefully we don't lose the stream. But I'll take you for a walk on Fremont, and we'll check it out and see what it's like.
Great.
Just get ready.
So we've got 144 in the chat, so hello everybody. Thanks ever so much for joining us. I know it's a strange time for in the morning, but it's great to see Vegas. I'm sure you'll agree with me. It's great to see Vegas up and running.
Okay, Matt, we'll go for a walk.
Okay, let's go.
Antonio Pratt, VIP player.
Only after D, baby.
This guy bets sports, he bets the tables, he's been around for 20 years following me, right?
22.
22. 22. See, there you go.
Absolutely.
Used to play football, and now he just comes down and visits us all the time.
Absolutely.
Say hi to Matt, he's in the UK.
What's up, Matt? Oh, I got a lot of...
Good to see you.
Okay.
He says, nice to meet you.
Absolutely.
All right. There you go. You saw a VIP guest of mine right there. So I'm going to show you a shot from here. You still see me okay? Everything okay?
Yep, everything's good. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. How cool is that?
Pretty crazy, huh?
Vegas.
So let's go up to Fremont. I'll take you out to Fremont so you can see Fremont. Here's some good friends from Hawaii. So it's all good. We're going to go outside on Fremont and show you guys Fremont. Hi, guys. See, we have the police. We have some guys from Metro here. So I'm going to show you the temperature scanners right now. Look at this.
Yeah, great.
See, so they come
Wow,
in.
okay.
And there's the temperature scanner up there. We have them at the doors with security as they come in. Everybody's got to go through that as they come in.
Yeah.
Let's go take a look at Fremont. So everybody's in the casinos because they're definitely not.
I think we've lost him.
Are you there?
We lost you for a bit.
You back?
Not yet. I can't see the picture. I can hear you. I can't see the picture. Oh, no, you're back. You're back.
I'm back.
Yep, you're back.
All right. Yeah, I can't go out there, but it's empty because everybody's in the casinos right now. So let's walk through the casino.
Okay.
And see the casino. See people playing slots.
Yeah, in answer, David. Yeah. In answer to your question, David, yeah, this is an old Vegas vibe, but downtown, certainly at the D, with Richard getting involved with. It's all very refreshing. So you're absolutely right.
I'm taking you upstairs. Take you upstairs and show you upstairs. Still hear me, Matt?
I can still hear you. And while you're making your way up there, in terms of my next visit, well, it all very much depends on when the UK travel ban is lifted. And currently we have a UK quarantine requirement, which I'm hoping over the summer at some point, Ron.
All right, I'm back. All right, you hear me?
So maybe show the guys Bar Canada quickly, Richard, if you can.
Yeah, that's where I'm walking right now. So here's Sigma Derby up here. So Sigma Derby. Yeah, there's some empty spots because the horses are running. The horses don't stop.
Whatever you're doing in the world, the horses are always running.
Horses didn't stop. They couldn't get sick. They're definitely having fun. All right, let's make our way to Bar Canada. Oh, geez. Matt, right where you were hanging out. Oh, it's happening up here. All right, so you were asking about Canadians before, Matt. This is Chris Waterman. He's a host down at the Golden Gate. So he's from Canada. So Matt's a famous UK vlogger up there.
Yeah, I saw you guys earlier on your.
Oh yeah, he watches the channel. Yeah. He's a Canadian. And Banksy, come here.
He's also in London too with Hippodrome.
Oh yeah, he went to Hippodrome.
Yeah,
he was in London, so he went to deal with the Hippodrome.
Oh, okay, you've been.
That's Darren. There's Darren Banks. Darren Banks used to play
doing?
for the Boston Bruins, for the NHL. He's a Canadian. So us three Canadians are the only ones that work for Derek. I think
Who's
there's
this
one
guy?
more. That's Matt Brewster from the UK.
I used to live in the UK.
Well, there you go. Where do you live?
In the Docklands, in the east side. He knows where it is.
The east side?
Oh, the Docklands.
The Docklands?
Exactly where it is. Exactly where it is.
He knows exactly where it is.
East London. Yeah.
You probably find a few women that definitely know Banksy in that area.
And it turned into the Olympic Village up there. Part of the residents coming around. There might be a little black kid running around.
Oh no. So there you go. You got some Canadians that you got to see there. So Circus Sports is here. And here's the bar.
Hey, there's a lot of people there. Wow.
It's interesting how a lot of things are. It's interesting how a lot of people are social distancing on their own, that they don't have to worry about it. So it's pretty interesting.
It's great. It really is.
So if that's the end of the questions, we can go with a couple more and then we can end it up. Come here, Wilbo. Come here. You got to meet. Okay, this is really funny. Okay.
All right, what we got going on
Wilbo
here?
graduated. He was an intern with us, and then you weren't even an intern. We just brought you back. Right?
It's been about 4 years since I was an intern. June 2nd.
So
about a couple days, actually yesterday.
So he graduated. We got lucky to get him as a casino host as well. He's best friends with Antoine. They know each other. They are our casino hosts. They're young guys that take care of everybody. They've learned well over the last few years. And his nickname, it's pretty funny. And don't you get your head out of the gutter, but it's called Big Balls.
Yeah, no, definitely Big Balls.
Why are you called Big Balls? Explain it, okay?
Well, so Big Balls comes from, it actually comes from a boutique outside on Fremont Street, where I decided that we need to get some props for Mr. Derek Stevens. We had Beast in our sports gambling talk show, and I had to go up there and get a bunch of props. And his name was Big Balls. We had a bunch of props for him, and I had to go on the show, and I wore a bunch of massive balls around my neck. Granted, Mardi Gras beads, and they're bigger size. And that's
They're a lot bigger than Mardi Gras beads.
yeah, they're definitely pretty big. And it came to Big Balls, where I had to name massive plays of that weekend for the NFL. And I started working out. I started hitting them. And I went 7-0 under big balls. And it worked out that way. And I've been known as Big Balls ever since.
Unbelievable, huh? So if you're here, you come to the D, you want a cool young host, you don't want an old guy, then this is the guy to see.
Yeah,
He's
very,
for
very
big balls.
young, very cool, very hip.
And he's single. Single, right?
Yeah,
He's
very,
single.
very single.
Very single.
Very single.
I don't know why you can't close, but he's very single.
Well, we don't talk
Hope
about
to see you
closing
next
on air.
time.
Oh, yeah. Did I say that? Oops, sorry, bud.
No, I mean,
He's a great guy,
none of you
ladies.
guys need to know how well I close.
He's a good guy, ladies. So look for Wilbo when you come in. Just ask for big balls.
All right, looking forward to that.
So that was a pretty funny
Okay,
story. He went out and got those. It was like those kind of Christmas balls that you wear around your neck on Fremont Street. Well, they have.
I've seen them. They're like this big.
And that's what he wore, Matt. He wore that, so it was pretty crazy. And they started calling him big balls because he started winning some bets with them. So Derek wouldn't let him take them off until finally he lost the bet, and then he could take them off. So no, they got the Barnum. Hey, Hoggett 2 cent. What are you talking about? Let's go take a look. I'll walk over there just for you. What's up, guys?
How you doing, guys?
Laura still up?
Yeah, they're still up.
Here's our lemon. Oh, Matt.
Who asked you when you can have
Remember that place?
a view from the balcony? Ah, yeah, there you go.
I'm going to try. I don't want to lose you guys, so we'll see. I don't know what my Wi-Fi is like up there. Okay, let's go see the stone first. Okay.
There you go. Still there.
Still there. Let's try the balcony. See if we can go. Okay, we're going to take a shot here. We're going to try it. So you see the temperature checkers over here,
Okay, yeah,
right
yeah.
above my head. And then here's Fremont with our social media man. So there's Fremont for you, and it's very dead.
Everyone's in the casino, clearly.
But everybody is definitely
Yeah.
in the casinos, and that's where they want to be. I mean, that's what they came to Vegas for, to
Yeah.
be some of the first people in the casinos. So of course they want to be they want to be in there, you know. So I don't doubt it, and that's why people came. They came to stay and go into the casinos. So
Yeah.
that's a big deal. I'm outside now, so I can take this off. It's pretty hot in there. But yeah, I mean, listen, this has been a great reopening. It's too bad you guys couldn't all be here right now. But I'll tell you what, we're gonna do this up every time you come here. You come see me. We'll have some drinks at the bar. We'll go by the stage, watch the band. I got a match play. I got a $25 match play for anybody that comes by and say they saw Matt and I on YouTube, or Hoggett 2 Cent and I,
Yep.
or Matt, whatever you say, those three names, done. I got a $25 match play waiting for you here at the D. So come on down, and I look forward to this. I mean, Matt, this has been great with you. Thank you for doing this. I appreciate everybody staying up late with us. I know a lot of people are going to be watching this once it gets reposted. But thank you to everybody for joining us tonight here live at the D Las Vegas, reopening June 4th. We did it. We came back, and we came back strong. And all the people that are here to support us, and all of you that are coming back to support us, we look forward to it. And thanks again, guys. Thank you, and I can't wait to see everybody here.
No, I totally agree, and thanks for doing that. I can't wait to be back next time in Vegas. I'll be down at the D, so come and say hi if you're in town at the same time as me. Richard and I will be hooking up regularly, so thanks for doing all these live Q&As. It's been really invaluable, Richard, hearing how things are going there throughout the whole process. And it's great to see you coming out the other side and launching downtown Vegas again. So that's really, really great. It warms my heart to watch it. So Thank you so much for that. Thank you to everybody that's watching. We will see you again. Anything you want to end with?
Well, listen, just
Tonight?
what would be really great, go back and watch some of our Q&As that Matt and I have done, the interview we did. I gave a lot of information there. And then go back and watch some of my videos of the empty Las Vegas Strip. And then watch Fremont Street empty and how it's coming back now. And always remember those times so you can appreciate Vegas that much more when you get here. And you know to have fun and live life to the fullest. So guys, have fun. If we missed any questions, please put them in the comments below and I will answer them all. And if I don't know them, I'll find the answers, okay? So thanks for joining us. Matt, have a good morning. Everybody else, we'll see you in Vegas.
Thank you, everybody. Take care and stay safe.